Tip number 1, make posts with people you have a meaningful connection with. It doesn't matter who these people are, but if you have a strong connection with a person in real life, then you can also post photos with them and make posts in your social media life. But in order to make our social media life more authentic and therefore make ourselves feel healthier, it's better to make posts that reflect who we spend our time with and who we value. It's not only reflects an image of us that maybe we don't want if we post things with people who maybe we don't share a connection with, but it also just will make you feel better if your Instagram is a real reflection of you. Tip number 2, choosing your followers and those you follow intentionally. I feel like when I did this, it brought my mental health up a lot more by not seeing people who maybe I didn't want to see their posts, or I didn't want them to be liking my posts, and even just seeing their name. And I feel like the rule for this is like, okay, who doesn't bring you joy, if I'm going to quote Marie Kondo, or who do you feel like you have to hide parts of yourself or overemphasize parts of yourself in a way that isn't real, going back to tip number 1, posting more authentic photos. So keeping that in mind when you choose who is seeing your posts and whose posts you're seeing, who is really making you happy and is someone that you want to be connected with in life. Tip number 3 is transitioning to more when you post things. So a lot of people, myself included, will post videos at concerts. The number of people that probably actually watch my videos, very few. I'm sure that they all tap through them, but yet I still do it. And it also takes away from the event for me, so why do I do it? I don't know. I've been getting better at this. There have been times when I just make the video and watch it for me later and remember, oh, this was a fun time and I enjoyed that song. And this is a memory of how I felt then. That's fine. But if you do want to share something from an event, maybe make it a little bit shorter, a little bit like a meaningful moment for you and why it was meaningful, and post it maybe the next day or when you get home. And that is kind of a good time for you to reflect and for people to see, oh, she went to this and this is what it means to her, sharing your story. Tip number 4, think before posting. I can think of many times when I posted something and I knew that I shouldn't have posted it, or I deleted it after I posted it. And my mom always said, if you have any sort of regret or doubt about posting something, just don't do it. It saves you a lot of time, and I do think of that now when I want to post something. I've definitely used my Finsta to post things about my feelings that maybe I shouldn't have shared with the world, and a person has called me out on that, and I definitely got defensive, but now I realized, okay, this is our private conflict, and I really shouldn't be taking it to social media. So before you do that, just think about it a little bit and think like, okay, in a week or a month or a year, will I still want this on my page? Will I still need to post this? Tip number 5, setting usage limits. So I know on my phone, the iPhone 6s, you can like put timers on different apps. So I try to do that. I don't really follow it, but sometimes it's nice to say, okay, 1 hour of Instagram, 2 hours of Instagram, 1 hour of Facebook, 2 hours of this random game, Angry Birds or whatever game you have on your phone. Probably nobody plays that anymore. But I think especially if I put it on in times of like final exams, maybe not like every single day, it's nice just to get yourself a little break and give yourself a reminder of how much time you should be spending, and also just a tracker of how much time you're spending on these apps. Yeah, and you can turn it off on the weekends and have it on the weekdays, so it's a good tool.